So, I don't really know where I'm going with this. As I do, I was just watching some YouTube, and I saw a video from Wes Henderson, who should be linked down below, and he just kind of posted a video that inspired me. And I feel like it's something I should put out more, because I am trying to grow a presence, as well as it's a journey that I feel like a lot of people need to document. But he kind of formatted his in a way where it was, hey, here's like a month goal and stuff like that. I'm going to kind of segment mine into two things, which is a year-long goals, because I am graduating college this year. So I only have until about May of this year until everything kind of changes and it splits for me. Or I graduate, then I have a move and stuff like that. So I have some year-long goals, and then I'm also going to have monthly goals that I'm going to try and do updates about. So my first big one right here is develop a better content posting strategy, style, and content type. This means posting, like figuring out my posting schedule, my video type, the format, what do I want this channel to be, what kind of videos do I want to do, what kind of editing style do I want, stuff like that. Following that, as I just mentioned, find a job, preferably before I graduate. That would be great, because for those of you that don't know, I live in Wisconsin, and then I'm down near St. Louis from home, so I don't really want to have to do a move from Wisconsin to St. Louis, and then from St. Louis to wherever I'm going. But I would like to find a degree. I would like to find a job that's going to use my degree, whether it be like aerospace industry, aeronautical industry, mechanical, manufacturing, something. My major is mechanical engineering. I'm going to graduate in mechanical engineering. It's an ABET accredited university. I just want to find something that's going to use my degree. Talk to some software companies that, I would consider working for if I wanted to change my career path. I had 2 internships. I don't want to change my career path yet. And then I also want it to be somewhere that I want to live, like Colorado, Texas, Arizona, Utah, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, wherever. Kind of I want to switch up the scenery a little bit. Midwest has been great, but what's life like outside of the Midwest? It's kind of something I want to experience before it's too late and before I have other commitments to certain areas that might make it harder for me to move around, like a wife, like kids, like a girlfriend, whatever, you name it. Then I want to document life and my senior year better. It's my last semester of college, maybe forever. Maybe I go back to grad school, law school, something. We'll see. But I just want to make sure that I document it so I can either pass it on to others can learn from my mistakes and stuff like that, and so I can have something to look back on. Also, we're going to take it down to this. I want better and more rounded health and fitness in 2023. This means increased lifts. Squat, I would like it just to be over 400 consistently. Hit 408 over the summer, and then proceeded to absolutely skyfall, plummet. That was a terrible way to word it. But proceeded to fall after that, and I just kind of got burnt out on it as the school year went. I don't think nutrition was there. I don't think sleep was there. I don't think the training was there to sustain it. So now it's just kind of like worked its way down, and we're about like 335 pretty easily. Deadlift, I would love to break 500s. Right now I think the highest I've done is 450 something. We've had a ton of attempts at 473, or I believe that's the kilo conversion for it, and we failed that several times. I think 473 can happen pretty early this year, and then it's just 30 pounds to break 500. Then bench. I just want to break 285 or have a consistent bench, preferably both. Less shoulder issues 2023. Maybe I can either figure out what keeps causing shoulder issues, or I keep strengthening my delts, my shoulders, and everything else to where benching isn't going to create issues. Then, more cardio in 2023. Whether it's running, swimming, whatever, I want to make sure I'm here for a long and healthy time. I want to make sure my heart can handle whatever I'm throwing at it. Then, we're going to clean up the diet. So, over break, I decided to get some blood work done, and pretty much everything was good. Sugars were good. Everything like in the blood was pretty good. However, cholesterol, not so good. It was slightly elevated, and I'm only 22. That's kind of, it's pretty bad if it's already like slightly elevated, or where it would be like worthwhile to warn someone about their cholesterol at 22. I want to clean that up naturally through diet as well as lifestyle changes, just so I can hopefully be here for a longer, healthier, and happier time and not have to worry about, a heart attack or something. Well, I'm at least pretty young. Granted, it is familial too to have cholesterol issues within the family, I believe, so it is what it is. Then, I do want to budget better in 2023, because when I get a job where I make more than I was as an intern, I want to start being able to pay things off faster and save faster. This means any debt that I'm taking from when I'm leaving college, up through a car payment if I do have to buy or switch cars based on the climate I'm in, drive a front wheel drive sedan. It's not going to be good if I have to deal with a foot of snow in Colorado, so we might have to adjust things as those go. Then I also want to be able to comfortably afford a decent apartment and just an adequate lifestyle while I'm starting. Then I also want to be able to invest more. Following this, I'm going to look into reading more. This was a goal that I had in 2022, and it was moderately achieved. It was good up until about September, and then it started to fluctuate through September, because once I'm back in classes, there was so much work of engineering that the last thing I wanted to do after lifting and all of the class during the day was sit down and read more stuff. It just gets so old after a while. Following this, I want to find passions and hobbies in 2023. So for the last 4 years, it's pretty much just been school, homework, lifting outside of that. But what happens when my commitment of over 50 hours a week generally, if not higher, to where even weekends were full of just homework and projects and stuff like that? What happens after this? What does my life become when it's no longer just school? Honestly, I don't know. So that's something that I need to figure out, and I will figure out with time. It just depends how long it takes to get there, and I'm just going to have to try some stuff, figure out what happens. A saying with me and my roommates is, or at least Matthew, you'll understand this one, variety is not the spice of life. Variety is good. So we just have to find some passions, find some hobbies, and figure out what I'm going to do to keep myself well-rounded in life instead of just fitness and school. Now we can transition over to my January goals. Obviously, I am going to just bring out the inner nerd of myself. I will figure out a way how to set up a little tracking sheet for this, just to check off any goals that do have quantifiable data or numbers behind them, like some of the ones listed on the screen, and just so they can be represented. So at the end of the year, I should hopefully be able to maybe make some cool graphics, a nice little update video or something with all of these, and see the percentage or how many I was completing per month, percentage completed per month, stuff like that. But sorry, I do have a little bit of allergies and stuff like that hitting on that I need to get cleared up. But January goals. Some are vague, others are pinpointed. So I want to apply to at least 7 companies this month for 7 positions. Now, originally I did want to say I wanted to have interviews this month, but that's not necessarily under my control. And I do understand that I am someone graduating in May, so this still is kind of early to be applying for jobs, but I want to get in earlier, try and get my interviews in, and have something landed by April at the latest. But we'll see. Again, I understand looking at it from a company's perspective that I'm someone that doesn't graduate for a while, so if I could have someone that starts months prior to me, I'd probably hire them too. But with that, I just want to keep creating a network of opportunities that I can go for, whether it's other jobs that have positions that I might be able to fill later on, or other things. We'll see what happens. Following this, I want to read 4 books. Already 1 book down, which was Anthropocene or something, not sure how to pronounce it, by John Green. Great book. We'll try and get a review up at some point. I want to create 4 actual videos, not shorts. We're talking full-length videos, actually edited. I don't know if I'll count this one to it. I might or I might not, but we'll see. Because I already do a lot of shorts, and shorts are just to kind of grow the channel and put stuff out there that necessarily doesn't quantify, dedicating a ton of time to edit. A pretty standard powerlifting workout where I'm just doing 2 sets of bench, 2 sets of like accessories. It's not worth to me making like a whole edit and montage, especially when there's other people there that I would probably disturb their workout. Following that, 10 shorts / TikToks. Lifting them more, try and expand the audience. Maybe bring in more educational content, other kinds of media, cooking, diet, something. We'll see. Then I want to consistently oh wow, that's a typo, that sucks. Consistently track hydration of food. So I use Chronometer instead of MyFitnessPal, and when I'm at school, especially when I have a food scale, I do actually go ahead and track everything a lot better, but right now I don't have a food scale, so everything's by eyeball, measurement, stuff like that. It's time to be real. But, so yeah, I obviously have a food scale while I'm there, but down here I don't, as well as I eat out a little bit more. And there's some stuff that I just don't cook for myself, so I can't really track it. But I want to make sure to track my hydration, my food better, to see where I'm at, where my macro and micronutrients are. Additionally, I do want to sleep better and more consistently. It's break time from class. All I really do is work on stuff like this, the media edits for like fitness and stuff like that, job hunting, eating, and a few other things. There's no excuse not for me not to maximize my diet as well as my sleep to produce a better version of myself and start setting in some habits for when I go back to school. Additionally, I want to recover in the gym. At the end of the semester and some injuries plaguing me, I think that it's essential for me to take this time where I can really focus on dialing everything in to recover my lower back and my left shoulder in order to just have better lifts in 2023. I need to lock in, I need to get the work done, I need to take everything seriously. Then, this brings us to February. February is a blank slate. I'm going to set it up closer to the time of February. Probably produce an update video going over how the January goals went, going into the February goals, and what the February goals are. That being said, I wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Wes, for the video idea. Hopefully I didn't steal too much of yours, but thank you for the idea as well as some of the goals and some of the inspiration behind the goals. But hoping we can make this a long and successful year. Additionally, for anyone that wants, V1 Nutra, great pre-workout, great protein, check it out, code GP at checkout. I would recommend testing out Chronometer if you don't like MyFitnessPal. Gives you a little better insights, in my opinion, to micronutrients. If you really do want to create a better, well-rounded picture of your health versus MyFitnessPal. And then Whoop bands, I definitely would recommend them. I wear one daily, I wear it on the bicep band, but obviously a lot of people don't want to wear it. But I hope you guys have a great day, great 2023, let's make it something great.